Good morning, friends. It's 8:22 in the a.m. here in Los Angeles. My name is host Eric. I am the host of Talking with Fence People. And today the topic is riding waves. And the reason that's the topic is because that's what I feel like I'm doing by and large in life right now, is I'm riding waves. It just sort of happens and I just ride it for a while and see what's going on. Hi, I'm Med Assam. Hello, famous person, the Med Assam. There's a certain amount of decision making involved in life, obviously, and a certain amount of choice making. But there's also an awful lot of following through on slab courses. Once the slabs are established some courses, then you follow it through, see where it goes until you get to the end of it, It's like, it's like riding waves. So I used to surf a little bit when I was in Santa Cruz. I was never any good at it, but I used to go try to stand up on little tiny waves. And once you pick a course of action, then you're kind of committed to it. And it just sort of goes downhill, like skiing too. You can't unski while you're skiing. You can stop, but going back uphill is a big pain in the ass. Or like, let's say you miss your exit while you're skiing. There's a Y. You want to go left, you end up going right. You go a little bit right, you're going that way. That's all there is to it. You're trying to go back, stop, and then go all the way back up the hill to go make your turn. Fuck it. As soon as you get a certain distance down that hill, it's just not going to happen. It doesn't make any sense at a certain point. It might make sense if you just barely missed your turn to go and then go back down your turn. But once you get a certain ways down that side of the hill, then that's the course of action you're taking, And so I wake up this morning sort of realizing how there are all these tipping point moments in life where shit can go one way or the other, and it's once it goes the other, then you're on another slope. That's how it feels like to me, anyway. And like right now, this morning, this is a very trivial example of it, but this morning my dad's trying to decide whether or not he's going to go to Vegas today with Mom. He could go to Vegas today without Mom and leave her here with me. But he's a creature of habit. They traveled together for many years, and he still likes to travel with her and hopes that, things go smoothly. So the point of that is when she first woke up, she was in a pissy mood this morning. She was really mad at my dad about something or other, And then he made her breakfast and she ate, and all of a sudden she was cheered up. Well, she was hangry, basically she woke up hangry. And so before breakfast, my dad was like, we're not going to Vegas. There's no way. And then after breakfast, he's like, well, you know what? Maybe we can go to breakfast. So it's one of those things where it's a minor example, but some little thing will happen that will cause my dad to make a decision one way or the other. Will it be a good thing to make a decision on? No. And in some sense, you could think of introverted intuition as being the ability to determine what constitutes a good thing to make a decision on. Like my dad is so polar about that. He makes decisions about whether or not to go on this trip based on his experience right now, his SI experience. It's like, well, mom's being difficult, so no, we're not going to go. Or, well, I mean, the thing is, mom's mood changes all the time, and he's got pills for her too. I've encouraged him to give her edibles, but I don't think he's quite down for that yet. He's ESTJ, Eileen. My dad's an ESTJ. So being anti-polar means basically he has a poor sense of what's determinate. Like, should it be determinate that mom's in a bad mood right now, whether they go on this trip? No, it shouldn't really, assuming the moods change and everything's fine. As an FI user, he probably has more respect for moods and their durability and how they can impact things in general than I do. But too much respect in this instance, because mom has dementia, and 5 minutes from now, it's a whole different universe she's living in, you know? I mean, this registered nurse came the other day to, my mom's an ISFJ. Registered, did he drive? Who? My dad? My dad drives, yeah. My dad is still just as, he goes to the gym every day, you know, 4 or 5 times a week, I guess. Good evening, Maxie Kemp. So, well, we'll find out. He's in the process of deciding, basically. He said if they leave, they're going to leave by 11. It's now 8:30. So, I don't know. They're out on a walk right now, I think. Usually they go on a walk after they eat breakfast. Good morning, Jim B. My dad is 83 years old. 83 years young. There it is 5:29 in the evening in Germany. But here in America, it's only 8:30 a.m. in California anyway. Oh my gosh, it's Kanki Krishna Sarmapagu. Kanki Krishna Sarmapagu, we missed you last live stream. You didn't show up. We were all like, where is Kanki Krishna Sarmapagu? Everyone was all like that. For reals, though. Yeah. So anyway, riding waves. That's what this topic is. It's all about the way the slabs move, what the slabs want you to do or what they don't want you to do. You know, it's like the slabs didn't want me to fall into that relationship with that ENTJ lady. So they made it such that you know, that I didn't. Which type would I be if I could change it for a week? A whole week? Probably NFP. You had dirty thoughts about the title, Riding Waves. Hey, Alexander Cruz, what's up, slabs? Actually, I've got 2.5 East European genes, but I'm not Romanian. She's not Romanian. She's not anything except Kanki Krishna Sarmapagu. It's her own ethnicity. Ever been in a romantic relationship with an INTJ female? No, I never have. ENFP or INFP? I just want to know what FI feels like, or is it something else? Yeah, I'd like to know what FI Dom feels like, because I'm polar. You know, that would seem to be the most like educational thing I could do, right? Is to go be my supervisor for a while. Learn what it's like to be an INFP and to be so it's like ISFP would be interesting too, but I would prefer INFP because I think I could focus on the difference while retaining some sameness, you know? Because I could still have some similarities in the sense that I'd have expert intuition, but I'd get to see what FI with expert intuition looks like. How does slab clarity vary person to person? Ooh, that's an interesting question. How do you do? You know, I can only really speak meaningfully to my own slab clarity regarding myself and others. Some people, I see their slab roles much more clearly than others. I'm talking about people other than me. With myself, I'm always skeptical of my ability to know precisely what the I'd be butthurt lord. Maybe. I mean, I don't get that butthurt anymore. I mean, it certainly is within my range to get butthurt, but I'm feeling pretty. I'm feeling pretty. Like I've got a pretty good relationship with my FI right now, which means it's fairly well turned off, I guess. I don't know. I'm not feeling a lot of capacity to be butthurt at the moment. But I would say that this doesn't mean I don't have some sort of emotional engagement. Oh, I'd be butthurt as an INFP. I thought you mean I'd be butthurt if I were in a relationship with an INTJ. Didn't you say something about being in a relationship with an INTJ? What's your opinion on typing fictional characters? It is pointless and impossible. Mostly pointless. It's not impossible. It's pointless. It's like it can be. I guess like okay, you take somebody like Tony Stark. He's an ENTP, right? Except it's ridiculous. Like no ENTP could be that successful at making useful things. No ENTP could be that TE active. I think it's boring as well. Yeah, obviously he's an ENTP, but it's ridiculous because he's an ENTP with extra shit that no ENTP would have, and none of the problems that ENTPs have, really, except for maybe his lack of FI. Yeah, Bob123. I said no. I was never in a relationship with a female INTJ. And so then when you said you'd be butthurt, Lord, I thought you were referring to that. If I were in a relationship with an INTJ, she'd make me feel butthurt all the time. That's what I thought. You see, I need to observe. The need to observe himself and others is definitely a quality of ENTPs. Go ESFP. I mean, what would be the craziest thing to do would be to spend a week as like a hot young ESFP chick who's in the middle of a partying phase or something. That would be interesting. Are FE users self-obsessed, or is their focus on other people? I rarely look at other people. I've noticed polar SE. Those two things aren't exclusive of each other, Reginator. FE users can be self-obsessed, and their focus is on other people. I mean, the thing is, what do I mean by their focus is on other people? I tend to focus on other people a lot. Like, I don't know. my focus is generally externalized, right? So it's like I either am saying words to communicate to somebody, or I'm paying attention and listening to something or reading something, right? Like, I don't spend a lot of time. I don't like sitting and thinking by myself really very much. In fact, I was just outside prior to this, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I was thinking to myself, I don't really like smoking very much anymore. Now that I have to come out here and sit here by myself and be bored every time I smoke, because I don't like to smoke in here. I don't want to smoke in here. I'm thinking about possibly smoking in the kitchen area over there, but that's not really any better. Yes, ISFPs are super smoking hot. Whoever said that, I know. There's something incredibly sexy about ISFPs. Can all of life's problems be blamed on SE Polar? Probably all of your problems can. Howdy do. Which system do you think is less accurate, DSPs or CSJs? Oh man. It's like, which is wrong, or complicated wrong or simple wrong? They're both equally wrong, but in totally different ways, I guess. DSPs is more complicatedly wrong. Um, yeah, that one's a tough one. Yeah, a slot function happens when you need it to, or when it, as is consistent with your being, not your will, though. You can't really force your slot function. It does what it needs to do to be consistent with your being. If your bean's a pinto bean, then it's consistent with that. If it's a black bean, it's consistent with that. Okay, so I'm going to narrate my behavior right now. Right now, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm standing here in the kitchen area of the back house, and I'm holding the cigarette out the door so as to not technically be smoking inside, while standing here in the doorway to provide you this ongoing commentary regarding what I'm doing. So you may have noticed the smoking actions there just include both the inhale and exhale parts of the smoke, and that these are, of course, Marlboro Reds, my normal smoking cigarettes. It's my daily smoke, you might say. For a moment, I stand in quiet repose as I prepare my further thoughts on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. The challenge, thinks Eric, silently, as the chatters chat on, is that I can't read the words from over here on the TV screen. It's too far away. Oh, well, he says to himself, you still have to smoke your cigarette. Okay, so good morning, Winston's mom. Yeah, some of that smoke did get Some of that does count as not smoking inside. Joey Joe 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 Shabadoo. It does count. The fan's blowing this way too, so it super counts. Okay, so what I wanted to say when I got over here was, oh, I remember now. I wanted to take a moment. Talk about my sponsor, who doesn't give me anything at all, but it's nevertheless my sponsor. Florida's Natural Brand Grapefruit Juice. Yes, Florida's Natural Brand Grapefruit Juice is the most delicious grapefruit juice you will ever taste that's in a box like this you get at the supermarket, okay? You'll notice something here. Florida's Natural Brand Grapefruit Juice is not from concentrate. Not. It's that little word right there that makes the difference, okay? This is not from concentrate. This is pure ruby red, tangy delicious. I want to tell you something. You're going to be seeing a lot more of Florida's Natural Brand Grapefruit Juice, because the last time I went to the store, which was just the other day, they had these on sale for $2.50 a pop, which is a pretty good price. But you had to buy 5 of them. I said, you know what? With an expiration date like this, November 25th, I'm buying 5 of them. I'm tall. I can reach to the back of the top shelf of the refrigerator thing and get the ones in the back. I'm smart like that. Tartness does keep the FI at bay, and it's just, well, look at these hardworking farmers. Aren't you happy to support those burly men? So that will conclude this additional commercial for Florida's Natural Brand Grapefruit Juice. It's sunshine in a box. I'm 6'4", Tiger. I'm 6'4", which is, I don't know how many meters that is. 2 meters, I guess. Is 2 meters 3 feet about? It's about 3 feet. So, yeah, I'm 6'4". You have a pink grapefruit tree in your backyard, Jim B. You are a man endowed with the gifts of God, namely grapefruits. Is my come down from Coke any different from Adderall? Yeah, I barely do. I've only done Coke a few times, really. I mean, I'm probably more than a few, but not a lot. I never got into it or anything. Coke's not a good drug. Can you microdose Adderall and still have a positive effect? Yes, for sure. You can take 5 milligrams of Adderall and it'll impact your mood positively without doing anything else really to you. If you're not on it for a long time, you know, I mean, it's like once you've been on it for a couple of weeks, you take 5 milligrams, it won't do a goddamn thing. I haven't checked my phone since that date, so I don't know if I heard from her or not. I think I did get a text. Yeah, in fact, Adderall is very different than cocaine. Cocaine's dumb. That's the fucking truth of it. Is cocaine is a dumb drug. It's not a drug worth doing, whereas Adderall is a drug worth doing. I don't know how Kimberly's handling losing Officer Red. Makes me sad. I had I'm not scared of it. I'm not aiming that direction at the moment, let's say. I move on quick. Anyway, opinion of Vyvanse. I like it a lot. I've only done it once, but I liked it a lot. I liked it in conjunction with Adderall. Well, it's just the honest truth of it, Winston's mom. If you want to meet somebody who really cares for their animals a lot and who really loves their animals and who treats them wonderfully, all you got to do is go to see Kimberly. She is the best animal parent I've ever seen. She brought that chicken back to life after it was attacked by a dog over the course of a month of daily nursing, carrying it around from place to place, to make sure she always had other things to look at when she couldn't walk at all. She just loved the shit out of that chicken. Yeah, that's true. Bod 123. If you've got a lot of self-control. I mean, amphetamine is the same thing as Adderall. Adderall is 3 different amphetamines mixed together. And they're plants. Yeah. Oh, they are easy to get attached to. Modafinil works too. If you do microdose amphetamine, then you won't be cracked out at all. You have 2 dogs and a cat. At the moment, I don't have any pets, but I do want to get my cat Pee-Pee to come live over here with me. Why do I believe ADHD isn't a thing? I mean, I think it's a thing. I think it's a thing called being an extroverted intuitor or an extroverted sensor. It's also the case that INTPs respond well to Adderall. INFPs not so much. FI and speed don't mix well. ESTPs, ENTPs, and INTPs and possibly ISTPs respond well to speed. And those meds are a band-aid for the trying to help us understand and process information better. They're digging deeper into understanding the neuroscience to holistic health docs for ideas. Well, the thing is, Winston's mom, to a certain extent, I don't really need amphetamines anymore. The life yeah, you will feel totally fine during an Adderall come down. During a Coke come down, you'll feel like shit. I don't believe in microdosing psychedelics. That seems silly. I think I don't really need amphetamines anymore. I'm functioning just fine right now without them. I'm doing things. I'm talking to people. I'm having fun. Taking care of mom. I don't have I'm going to work. I went to work last night. Whatever, no problem. It's not easy to get prescribed one of those medications. How do you do? It wasn't difficult for me. No, I kind of miss Maudie. I was thinking that last night when I was lying in bed. Sagen Candola has been on Vyvanse for the past 3 weeks. It's dramatically improved my life. Well, yeah, it doesn't really stop happening either. You just start doing all kinds of shit. You're like putting a handle on shit, Why do I think FI and Adderall don't mix? I've heard you say this before. I don't think FI and speed mix, any kind of speed. The reason is because when FI people come down from speed, their FI goes fucking haywire. I feel like modafinil cuts down on both my NE and NI and boost the hell out of SE and SI. Welcome change for an NE down once in a while. Yeah, I would actually tend to agree with that. Mladen Stojkovic. Mladen Stojkovic. You say interesting things, Mladen Stojkovic. You do say interesting things. I'd never thought that about modafinil before, but now that you say it, I agree with that. I agree with that completely. I'd like to get some modafinil, actually, but it's not necessary really for me. Yeah, well, obviously you do, Sriti Chandran. Like, you're one of those people who, you just scream ADHD. Everything about you screams ADHD. You're so ADHD with all your. You must type fast too. How fast do you type, Sriti Chandran? There's some lovely wedding videos online of a young couple being married and dancing. Are those yours? No, they're not. Oh, you're talking to Freddie. NPs are ADHDs. Yeah, NPs are ADHDs. It's true. Jackie Kitty. What type is Shreddy? Shreddy, we're not sure about Shreddy. She's probably an INFP, though. Eric typed me INFJ, but I'm all over the place. If you're the one I'm thinking of, you that British lady who makes shit like with any style making of shit, you're one of the most confusing people I've ever typed. If you are that one. Are you that lady, Ancy? There's this one lady, I think it might be Ancy. Yeah, okay. She is the most confusing person I've ever typed. Congratulations, Ancy. You're the one person I don't get. I'm just confused by. You seem like an INFJ, but you seem like an INFP, but you seem like an ENTP. But you seem like an INTP, kind of. I formally typed in, and I didn't know. I wasn't sure at the end. I couldn't tell. I mean, and I can't think of ever. I didn't test your TI. Well, there's the problem. That's why I didn't. Oh, Eminem's an ENTP. On an irrelevant side note, check out Thich Nhat Hanh if you want to take a look at FINI Wisdom. He's a Vietnamese Buddhist monk whose ISFP makes me feel evil in comparison. Lol. I'm going to get MBTI certified in December, not to compete with you, of course. Maybe we could network. Sure, Winston's mom. Whatever you want to do. There's 0.000000000 chance that Eminem is an ISTP. What's the typical response on TI genealogy questions from ESFJs? I don't know, Bruce Moose. I never type them. They never want to be typed. It's like nobody wants to be typed other than ESFJ. And almost no ESTJs either. I have very little ability to check NI polar. Yeah, INFJs are strange and an odd mix of mierdas. China number 2. Eric, do you believe that truth can be associated with intuitive functions? I mean, truth, as it is generally used philosophically, so to speak, um, correlates with NI or TI, but really NI. It's like the truth of a valid argument is that it is a conditional truth. And so, in that regard, it's both TI and NI. Do people call you Malad Malad? I do believe the truth is associated with NI. Everything has happened before and we've read about it already. Giggle. That's a very, very NI perspective on things. That human experience is cyclical, that we keep reliving and retelling the same stories over and over again through these various archetypes, stuff like that. Why do I can type people just in looking at them? Mostly of the time it's pretty accurate. Does it have to do with SI child? How do you know it's accurate? Vlad the Impaler. I don't use the term SI child. I don't know what that would be. Third slot, I think. But I've I have like 15 different nicknames, says Mladen Stojkovic. I would have to immediately introduce myself as one of those if I were to live in the USA, for example. Yeah, you'd probably need to. If you introduce yourself in the USA as Mladen Stojkovic, then people would say, "What? Mladen Stojkovic is your name?" Yeah, a little bit. You'd say, "My name's Stodge. Call me Stodge." Stodge is a good nickname. Yeah, Stodge. Old Stodgy Stodge. Can you talk about ISFJ laziness? What aspects cause them to be lazy and how do you deal with them? Their nature causes them to be lazy. They're SI DOMs. They want to experience comfort and, you know, they have their experience and they like familiarity. They like comfort. They like routine. They like to attend to their hunger and thirst and their sleeping and stuff like that. So what does that mean? Angpatu is an Apache name. Angpatu? 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 I wouldn't want to be named Angpatu. It sounds like you're spitting. Angpatu. They do generally respect or care about the people that they live with, I think. Certainly my mother did. My mother wasn't lazy in any sense of the word, but she still wanted her comfort in her schedule and stuff. She was lazy if you wanted her to do something that she didn't naturally want to do. That's the thing. None Your Biz points out in dramatic fashion that C.S. Joseph has fourth slot FI and second slot SI. What would that make him? An ESTJ. That's what that would make him. He's an ESTJ. I think you're right, None Your Biz. I think you are correct with your correctness again. So it turns out that None Your Biz got his bachelor's degree in correctness at Correctness University. Yeah, well, my the thing is, when I say ISFJs are lazy, I've seen plenty of lazy ISFJs. My mom really wasn't a very lazy ISFJ. I can't really say that. She was always puttering around the house when she had free time, but she spent a lot of time grading papers, and she was a very busy teacher. So riding waves, and riding waves. That's the topic today. Riding waves. So tell me, chatters, what are some of the waves in your life that you're currently riding? Metaphorically, not literally, unless you're currently surfing while watching this live stream, but metaphorically, figuratively. What are some of the waves you're riding in your own slab navigation? Tell me, commenters. Share with me your stories of wave-like ridings and riding of waves while I smoke this cigarette. Thanks, Eileen. And then when you're all done telling me your wave stories, I want you to tell me your particle stories. Those are important as well. Oh, Freddie Chandran is currently riding the wave of agreeing with everything that I say. That is so nice, Freddie Chandran. I appreciate it. Yeah, Maxi Kemp. C.S. Joseph is demonstrative, extroverted intuition at best, and probably weak third slot. What's a good NI polar test? I don't know. That's the best answer I can give you. I should be experimenting on my dad is what I should do. I should start making my dad an uninformed guinea pig and just start asking him questions and shit, like to see how he answers them with NI polar. But I probably won't do that. Hey, it's Bainamoinen. Someone throw a big rock into his pond I reside in. I mean, you don't have enough waves? I've just learned to breathe underwater from all these waves. Well, Belle, I'm glad to hear it. His innie doesn't flow out naturally. You can notice him forcing himself to use one. Yeah, I think Stodgy's right there. I'm riding the wave of being confused about my type. Confused and not confused and reconfused. Nothing to be confused about, Christine. Christina Forged in fire. Christina, you are an INTJ who's been forged in fire. Guinea pigs are cute. They are adorable. I used to have a whole family of them living at my house in Temple City. Well, guess what happened? Various things ate them. You have guinea pigs. C.S. Joseph repeats the same phrases on and on. How he ignore my statements. How rude. I'm not rude. Eileen. I don't ignore all of your statements, just some of them. I'm slap happy of the waves I ride with Chap Nappy, finally getting his hair washed to hopefully get a beer later. Maybe Chad will find himself a Chandra, and they could have a litter of Chadlets. It ain't nothing but bros and hoes around here. Peter Dentici. You're a guinea pig? Undercover, uncoerced guinea pig? Wow. Yep. We bros gonna be broing out over here until later when we come get you hoes to hump. That's how we do things around here. Let's see. Chaco, I think if we don't develop our SI, we can brainstorm the shit out of my head too. We can brainstorm the shit out of Maxi Kim's head. Belle, hello. I'm new to the channel. Well, hello, Belle. You and Undercover Uncoerced Guinea Pig are both new to the channel. Bros and hoes, I'm on a boat. I liked how affirming you were of ESFPs and DJs typing video. ESFPs are so underrated. Well, I mean, DJ is a great example of an ESFP. You know, some ESFPs turn out one way, and some ESFPs turn out another way, just like any other type. Thank you. Thank you, Belle. Belle points out that I did a spot-on impression, Eric. Fitness and bodybuilding says, I think I'm an INFP, but I'm unsure whether I really am, ? Are you unsure about being unsure whether you really are, ? Would a good anti-polar test be to ask someone to read upside down? I don't know. Maybe that's completely wrong. I don't know. I should try it. They are loners. Instance, well, he or she has no name. Who's he or she? Is remembering terminology easily SI or TI? It's TI. Like, Kimberly couldn't remember the letters for typology for shit. So one of my best friends and co-music writers, who's an INFP, has moved to the UK with his girl. I'm kind of riding the wave, I guess, because I'm also think chasing an INFP as an INFP is juicy. Yeah, they are, but they're too juicy, frankly. What is your opinion on the SI being equivalent to consistency or the ability to endure? I think of SI being equivalent to archiving and or resource management. Like, the pajamas match the guitar. They're brown. They're tan. I would say that it's like an SI person is reviewing what they have already, what they've already done, what objects they have, etc. Belle has an ISFP in her living room playing guitar and matching pajamas, while It's Legal to Think has an ISTP in her kitchen playing Minecraft. I have no people playing anything here. What types commonly type as INFP but are not? Sometimes INTPs, sometimes INFJs, sometimes maybe even ISFJs. If remembering terminology was TI, then ENFPs wouldn't be able to remember typological terms, which isn't the case at all. You win that point, Freddie Chandran. I'm not sure what it is. I guess it has to do with NE, is what it has to do with. Not SI, it's NE. It's like SI people remember a high resolution memory. NE people are, well, the higher up it is, the more, like if it's dominant, then you have NI in the fifth slot. So it's probably an NI thing, I guess. Good job, Freddie Chandran. You won that point. Fair and square by being correct. NI. Third slot NI. It's got to be an NI thing. They don't remember necessarily so well about their own life. They remember so well about academic stuff. They're demonstrative SI about their own life, but hey, Freddie Shannon, you're encouraged to disagree when you're right. You make a good point here. It's not a question I'd really considered before. Well, what is that then? Why is it I can remember all these terms and shit like that and can really, you know? Why is terminology not an SI thing? Because SI is a high resolution memory of an experience, and terminology is an NI, low resolution, meaning based understanding of things, the takeaway of things. So, oh yeah. Erica said that NI is related to the thing babies learn to do, which is there's two things. The SI one is object permanence, and the NI one is shape constancy. Shape constancy being, I'm getting a phone call. TI, it's Spacey. Hi, Spacey. Yeah, sure. Oh wait, which is it, 10 or 11? Okay. Yeah, I'm actually supposed to talk to somebody else at 10 o'clock. Not a typing, but regardless, 11, if possible, would be preferable. Or even, yeah, 11 would be great if we could do 11. All right. All right, cool. Bye. Okay. Okay, terminology, and I can't be an INFJ because I always struggle with terminology. What the heck? Spacey calls it right after I asked the question. What question did you ask? Jackie Kitty? I don't remember. Oh, about Spacey's name. Spacey is a nickname. Or it's not a nickname, it's his internet name or whatever. Something shape constancy. Oh yeah. So there's object permanence, which is SI, and there's shape constancy, which is NI. Shape constancy is like when you look at this like this, it's a horizontal line. But when you look at it like this, it's a vertical line. But it's still the same thing, right? That's what shape constancy means. You realize at a certain point that though your perspective on a thing changes, it's still the same thing. So that's NI basically. Am I sure, Eric? Am I sure about what? I'm always and never sure concurrently about absolutely everything. I'm always and never sure about everything, both at the same time. I'm completely sure and uncertain about everything that I say. You remember, what were you saying when you were having trouble remembering the definitions? And when you have trouble remembering, that would be NI usually in a lower slot. So 4, 7, 8, or 4, 7, 6, maybe. No, not 6. 4, probably. Maybe if you have any 4, any 7, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe NI. I'm not sure. You're asking me questions I don't know the answers to. It's very, very frustrating. You're going to piss me off with these kind of proving me to be ignorant shit. All right? Stop revealing my ignorance. Stop it. I'm an expert. I'm an expert at typology. Stop making me look stupid. All right, you guys done making me look stupid? How old is your mother? 54. I like coffee and cheese. Any famous examples of ISTPs? Possibly Steve Jobs. That's a possibility. I do not smell like cheese. Okay, a question. If you have someone that by stack definition uses FE but appears to use FI more, how would you explain that, Eric? Well, I mean, it would be second slot FE would explain that. Demonstrative FI, it often appears that FE tool users, especially ISFJs, are using a lot of FI. Now my lungs still work fine. Okay. Is the only way to take down an ENTP with words to use FI charged ones? That may or may not work. Depends on whether or not you're close to the person or not. Oh yeah, Susie knows what I smell like. I smell like weed and cigarettes. Is shape constancy why NI people might say everything is connected or all is one or something like that? It has to do with it probably. I'm not sure why they do that, but they do that for sure. All right. I'm going to end this live stream. I need to get some foods inside of me and before I start doing shit like typing people today. And I never had a third little toe. That's Kimberly's son. Kimberly's son once had a third little toe, and they got it chopped off. I get psychotic on weed. I get psychotic on weed. On weed. I get psychotic on weed. Yeah, I am serious. Oh no, maybe it was an extra pinky. I don't remember if it was a pinky or a toe. Colin had an extra pinky or an extra toe on either his hand or his foot, and they chopped it off. So I just assumed you conflated Kimberly telling that story one time with her son and me, but I guess not. So anyway, I'm gonna end this live stream now. Thanks for being here, everybody. I need to eat something, and then have a couple of conversations scheduled, 10 and 11, and I also have a 3:30 typing. So busy day. You got an extra penis? That's awesome. I hope it's located like on the chode, so you can DP a girl all by yourself. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. And on that lovely note.